The aim for the organisation is to enable disadvantaged people to share in the economic benefits of tourism. That's our very, very broad organisational mission. Over the past year, we've done a number of projects. We've supported homeless people to act as tour guides. The skills that people have developed around confidence and communication from being a tour guide has obviously acted as a fairly solid foundation for effective voice and representation. So we wanted to build on that really, and so it is about exploring people's feelings and encouraging them to talk openly about their situation, and that was the basis of the project. We knew that some of them didn't feel comfortable talking in meetings, so we wanted to use art as a different way to kind of bring out what they felt.
Initially there was a little bit like, oh no, you know, what the hell are you doing with us, Charlotte? Like, why are we drawing marks like that, like a kid could do? You know, that's the sort of thing to music. And then I think people started to get it slowly but surely. It was actually letting go of any unwanted fears that have kind of been bottled up over the years. And in the end, we had people, you know, I was standing back and just watching people on the last session. I remember just being like, wow, you know, brilliant. They were just really engaged in the creativity, you know, no guidance needed at that, you know, on that day. They were just like, I couldn't get them out of the room. So really engaged, really enthusiastic. So big change, big change.
Yeah, I was invited to join to become a walking tour guide back in March this year. The idea of the support was for people who have had experience of homelessness, and just to give people an opportunity to grow their confidence, build up some self-esteem and help reintegrate back into society, because in my particular situation I isolated myself very much. So my experience was I spent 14 months living in a hostel in York whilst I was dealing with my recovery from my addiction to alcohol. We looked at collage, we looked at drawings, we looked particularly for me, something that took my eye was continuous line drawing, which at first it was like, Charlotte, you're having a laugh, there is no chance of me ever doing this.
So a few years ago, things were really bleak. I was actually diagnosed with severe depression, and I actually spent 5 months in a mental hospital. It was dark. It was I was high risk, and yeah, it was you know, an awful experience. But things like, you know, the good organisation this year has really made me believe in myself. And you know, it's I won't pretend that I've got all the answers. You know, I believe it's an ongoing journey, and but just having something to take pride in has been wonderful.
I've refound myself. It's probably the simplest way, and it's by having projects like this that really have just able, you know, for me to sit back and in those dark moments that I went through, where there was little hope, little things to look forward to. It's just given me a completely different way of looking at things now, and a sense of pride, and a sense of being part of something.